And when I went to work, I'd go to work every day with a room full of people, or at least a couple of people. And I've been married and da 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 da. But especially the last 30 years, I've been a bit of a loner. Now, when I first got here in the 90s, I was in quite a few community meetings, groups, and even got, you know, did a bunch of work in those things. But I always went home. And since I've been divorced, I've been a bachelor at home. And even though I have kids, um, we get together at events or at certain times, or they visit me when they get free time and come visit me. But I think I've had kind of a personal life, kind of an alone life, kind of even with a few individuals in my life or parts of my family and so on. The majority of what I've been doing feels to me like a lone person, especially compared to what I want to open up to right now, which is my 80th birthday, when I would like to go public. And I would like to share myself and accept Zoom calls and interchanges with people, exchanges with people, and whatever form this thing takes. I'm not even totally sure what it all is going to be. But as we struggle to clarify it, the one thing that I see in it is a more public Greeley instead of this kind of private guy. And interesting, at almost 80, that happens in somebody's life. I think most people sort of retreat and pull away in age, not open themselves up to the whole universe. And that's sort of what I'm doing. And I believe it is a contrast in my life. It's a different, there's a difference in what I have been doing and what I will be doing. So I welcome everybody, and watch out. We're going to have fun. It's big.
So see if you can keep elucidating for me this idea that you're telling me about what is the going public part feel like to you, or what is it about this that feels like you haven't been doing it before? Just in your share there's something that
I wasn't doing, and I think I am going to be doing.
yes.
Well, for instance, we've had a web page since, 2016 or something, and I think there have been 5 people gone to it.
Okay.
And it had nothing in it, and now it's got a ton of stuff that I've been throwing in there. And it's got good stuff. It's got helpful stuff. It's got descriptions of our problems and solutions to those problems and examples of both the problems and the solutions, answers to that stuff. And yes, people won't be talking to me personally, but they will be talking to what I've created and a few friends around me have created. But there'll be some Zoom calls, I'm sure, and all kinds of things that will we'll get a chance to play together and laugh together and talk about things and share. And I hope, because there'll also be a personal level to it, where I'm not used to stepping into a room and saying, well, I personally, and I kind of feel I will be exposing myself and all the things that I've been through in these years, and I kind of look forward to it also. It strikes me as very interesting and very self-expressive, which I haven't had much chance to do and haven't really been interested in it until this moment. And I think you've seen some of my little films where I talk about where this is,
Kill this for a minute while we
yeah,
close speakers.
yeah, yeah. So 80 is giving me a chance to open myself up personally and to tell stories of what I've been doing all my life, the successful ones, not the down in the dumps one. The things that worked, because I've been around enough time to do it and do it again, do a variation on it until wow, this is the way. This is what I'm trying to get to. And sharing that. Also, I have grown as a human, as a soul, and I think I have a few key things that might resonate with some people.
For sure.
And it's important at this stage of my life to put it out there. It's a self-expression. That I'm grateful and eager to put forth. And the other day I just was kind of conscious of how kind of on my own I've been most of my life. I mean, I don't think if you knew my friends and said, is he a loner or something like that? Is he hard to talk to or anything like that? No, I don't think so. I mean, when I'm with people, I think I'm fine. But I'm not with people very often. At this point in my life, for the last 20, 30 years, it's been remarkably on my own. So this is a contrast to that. And a wonderful one.
I think I referred to the other day as what was it? A hermit teetering on. What was the recluse? Yeah, yeah. Part-time hermit teetering on full-on recluse, and so I can understand some of this feeling like it's popping outside of that sort of hermitism
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah.
I get that, sure.
We're building 80, and it can live on its own. It doesn't actually need a personality with it, although there's personalities in it, and I'm one of the main ones. But at the same time, this is just literally a fantasy. But the fantasy is that maybe I'll be called upon to speak or to come to a meeting and explain XYZ or something that they discovered on this by going to this thing. I may be called out of myself. I'm not going to jump on an airplane and go to New York City or something, but But if within reason, I would be glad to meet or invite over anyone who wants to go further in any sort of way or whatever. I, I guess that's sort of what I was thinking of. I will be open to a more public possibility if it shows up.
All right, cool. That helps my head a lot.
And an addenda there, or might find a spot in here somewhere, is you've visited me every week, Ed, and you, Ed Keller, we're totally communicative and share our lives. I think we each know more about each other than we do probably anybody else
Yeah.
in either of our lives. And so it's not that I can't or don't or whatever, but that's rare. Really rare. And I am opening myself up to it all at this point, gratefully, because I think that's, that whole process that I've tried to talk about turning 80 and having, thinking about it and what do you do when you're 80? So it is a shift. It really is a shift. And I haven't been on film as much as I've been on film for these last few months. And that's kind of a public thing. That's going to get eyes on.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.